The increasing use of heroin and other opioids nationwide is killing tens of thousands of Americans. We see the effects locally as well, and now a new drug that has made it to our area is making the epidemic even more dangerous. News 8's Sarah Tamer now joins us live with more.
According to tri-state numbers, the use of Narcan has so far decreased 22% from last year. However, that may not necessarily mean good news because tri-state ambulance and doctors tell me drugs are more potent this year than they were last year because they're finding drugs like heroin and other opioids are being laced with carfentanyl, a drug so potent it's used to tranquilize elephants. So far in 2018,
they can very easily overdose unintentionally.
Tri-State Ambulance administered Narcan 3 times a week. Clinical supervisor Nick Eastman says Narcan, the overdose reversal medication, was administered to 22 patients in the last 2 months compared to 28 patients this time last year. And while the statistics may seem positive at face value,
several doses of Narcan.
Tri-State Ambulance and emergency personnel are giving more doses of Narcan with each patient they treat. Eastman says that's concerning because opioids are proving to be more dangerous this year.
Carfentanyl, fentanyl are 2 big things that can play into the potency of an illicit drug and can certainly create situations where the patient would require more than 1 or more than several doses of Narcan.
Gunderson doctor Chris Eberlein says carfentanyl, which was produced in the 1960s, could kill a person with an amount equal to a grain of salt.
Carfentanyl is 100 times more potent than fentanyl. It actually is not used in human medicine. They use it in veterinary medicine for large animal sedation, like elephant tranquilizers. So it's not even something that's common in the veterinary world.
Eberlein says the drug is produced overseas and only very little is needed to smuggle into the country. He says La Crosse has already seen the dangerous effects with a confirmed death in the area from carfentanyl last winter.
So that's obviously a real concern for everyone in the community.
I'm joined now by Tri-State Ambulance Clinical Supervisor Nick Eastman. Nick, we talk about the dangers of carfentanyl laced with drugs, but you guys are exposed to this drug when you're giving Narcan to people that are affected. What are the dangers that it poses for you?
Well, obviously the dangers are for our own exposure, whether it be through touch or inhalation and those kinds of things. Thankfully, our basic personal protection, like gloves, really does a good job protecting us, but significant exposure like inhalation of large quantities or getting it in our eyes or something like that can definitely be potentially dangerous or detrimental.
You know, after talking to Dr. Eberlein, I learned that this drug has really only been in the area since last fall, or we know that it's been in the area since last fall. Is there training? Are there measures in place to make sure that, you guys are prepared?
Yeah, we talk about it quite a bit, and really it's about maintaining situational awareness, and we make sure to look for the potential of having it there, and if we disturb, clothing or items at a scene, if we were to, aerosolize it and inhale it or get it, on mucous membranes, we know that that's a potential problem. So we're also trained in, knowing what the signs are and considering about, thinking about those for ourselves and for our partners as well.
All right, thank you so much, Nick. Now, it's also important to mention that Narcan can be administered by anyone, such as bystanders. So the numbers that we see from Tri-State Ambulance don't always necessarily encompass or represent the amount of Narcan that's being administered to patients. For now, reporting live in La Crosse, I'm Sarah Tamer with News 8.
Thanks so much for that report, Sarah. And also, a heroin task force meeting will take place tomorrow from 1 to 2:30 at Onalaska City Hall. Dr. Chris Eberlein will be there speaking on carfentanyl impact and its precautions.